Those illusions of grandeur of West Virginia possibly becoming just a complete Cinderella to get to the Big 12 championship game lasted for about a week. They held their destiny in their own hands until they made a trip to Houston on a Friday night and blew that game against the Cougars. We're talking West Virginia football and Oklahoma State. We got Steve Merrill here from wagertalk.com. You can also catch him on Wager Talk TV right here on YouTube. Steve breaks down all the college football games for us here at the Voice of College Football, including the Under the Radar selection. Be listening out for that. You can catch that on Patreon and as a YouTube subscriber on the main channel. Steve, we got Oklahoma State, we got West Virginia. The Mountaineers are at home. They're a 3.5-point favorite.
Yeah, these teams played the season finale last year, November 26th. West Virginia was just 4-7 going into that game. Did not have anything to play for against a 7-4 Oklahoma State team. Yet they showed up, and I guess you could say it was their bowl game, which is often the case for a underdog in that final game when they're not going bowling. And that's what West Virginia did. They go in to Oklahoma State and they win outright last year, 24-19 as a 5.5-point dog. It stayed under the total of 60. And they outplayed Oklahoma State, a 5.1 to 4.3 yards per play advantage. So the question becomes, how different are the teams this year, and where's the value in this game? Oklahoma State does have the revenge motive here as the road dog. Currently, the line, as you said, is about 3.5. But the problem is my database simulation, 10,000 games run through the database, actually has West Virginia winning by 4.5 on average. Oklahoma State looked like they were really a lost team after going 1-3 against the spread their first 4 games. They have now won back-to-back games, not only against Kansas State and Kansas, but as an underdog both times. So, the question becomes, do we make an overreaction now to the power ratings? Do we kind of change everything? I look more at the seasonal numbers, and I'm still concerned with Oklahoma State's passing attack. It's been below average overall this year. West Virginia's been slightly above average on both sides of the ball. So even though Oklahoma State has a decent revenge motive here, I think the line value probably favors West Virginia. Really wouldn't get involved, though, unless we can probably get down to -3 or less. It's currently sitting 3.5 across the board. If it gets down to 3 or less, maybe we start to get some value with West Virginia at home as a small favorite.
For those of you that look at the lines, look at the odds, and weigh the prediction percentages and so forth against the spread, you can appreciate this. Many of you can't. 17-3 against the spread. That's Steve's record on his under the radar selection. 85% against the spread since week 1 of 2022. Where do you get that selection? It's exclusive to us here at the Voice of College Football as a Patreon member. There you see the information on the banner, patreon.com/MarkRogersTV, or as a YouTube channel member on the main channel. Steve, we so much appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you, Mark.